and welcome back to Modelling Misadventures. Now it's time to finish off Thunderbird 3 and it's looking pretty good. This is where we got to last time when we put the numbers and lettering on it, and it's really now just a case of some final exterior details and effects. And one of the things I'm going to do is to do some weathering. Now I've had quite a lot of advice about building this model from another Thunderbirds modeler in the UK called Paul Harrison. He's been really helpful in providing me with some resources and pictures and advice about how to go ahead the build. So thank you, Paul, for that. And I'm going to attempt to do some weathering on this model based on the technique that he described on his YouTube channel. And I would encourage you to go and have a look at his, because he's made some absolutely amazing Thunderbird models which are far nicer than this attempt of mine. So that's what we're going to do in this video: some final exterior details, some weathering, and final finishing. First up, I'm going to put this ring on here. Now I've got no idea what this ring is for, and actually it appears on some photographs of the real Thunderbird 3 models and others don't have it. But anyway, I'm going to glue that on because it is present on some of them, especially the bigger models. Next up, some little pipes and vents that need to go on the just below the docking ring. That's those bits on. They were just 3D printed. Now I've cut this little vent tube from a little bit of aluminium tube. Looks pretty good. Just printed these. No idea what they are. Look like a couple of vents and a little light or reflector. Now I've just put a final few details on this. Some little stickers, like little black dots, little black lines, some more vents, a little red light there, some little black squares. So they're all just done with vinyl off the printer, and that's about as much exterior detailing that I'm going to do. And next it's onto the weathering. Now in the past I've used washes and oil paints and dry brushing for weathering, but I got the idea from Paul Harrison to do the weathering on this rocket with a soft pencil to do some panel lines and some smudges. So I'm going to have a little go with that. I've never done it before. I'm hoping I don't make a complete mess of it, but I'm going to give it a try. So I don't know exactly how to do this, but I think you're meant to shave off some of the pencil dust. So I'm just going to file that graphite pencil into there, and then you can pick it up on a cotton bud and use that to apply it. And then we can put some masking tape around there, and then just draw a faint line underneath it with this cotton bud. And just put a few little weathering smudges. And that's the effect we've got. Now it needs a bit of rubbing in, but I think it'll look all right. I'm going to do some more and see how it turns out. Well, I've got the weathering done, and now there's only one thing left to complete this model, and that's to put a top coat of varnish on it. Now I've got two options here. This one here is a matte lacquer, and this one here is a satin varnish. Now I've tried both these out on these testing pieces here to see how they cover and react to the various colours that I've used on the model. They're pretty similar, but I've decided on balance that I'm going to go with the satin varnish because it gives it just a little bit more sheen, and that's the look that I'm going for. Well, this is it. The model's finished, and now it's time for the grand reveal. Are you ready? Here we go. No, I'm only kidding. That's a Thunderbird toy that I've had for many years. But the actual model is here. So I'm really happy with how this has come out. Happy with the weathering and the final finish and the details. So really happy with that. Now I've just got one final thing to add to this rocket just to finish off the whole thing. I'll be back in a second. And here to go with my new model is Alan Tracy, the pilot of Thunderbird 3. Now I've had this figure for about 20 years. It's an English classic porcelain doll, very detailed replica. And I've never had a really nice Thunderbird 3 for Alan to go with. But now here we are. Alan, this is your new rocket. So with that, all that remains is for me to show you some close-up pictures of the finished model. And with that, I'll say goodbye and I'll see you next time on Modelling Misadventures.